Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Welcome, good morning, Ultimate Autographs universe, to a little UA in the AM for a little ripping and sipping, a little waking and breaking, wakey, eggs and breaky. It's your host here, Rip Camelucci, on April 24th, 2025, along with my co-host back in the saddle again,
Yes,
and
sir.
producer Mike Napolitano. Mike, how have you been? Were you in the islands? Look at you. You have that glow about you.
No, not quite. It was Crestwood, Illinois for the Windy City Thunderbolts.
Oh, about the same.
Yeah, right.
You know,
just
Bermuda, Crestwood.
just like where all the players go when they end their seasons.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Crestwood.
It went, yeah, exactly. So, no, it was. We're mostly covering the Schaumburg Boomers because it's closer to us. It's the Frontier League, independent baseball, but an MLB partnered league. They had their preseason tryouts for anybody that just wants to sign up, pay, and try to make a team, and then they draft a couple players to fill out the rest of the rosters rather than the guys returning, and then. Yeah, here we are. So it was a good 2 days worth of baseball to kind of start the season, even though MLB has started. You've got all these minor leagues that are still kind of getting underway too. So that's fun. I guess I should throw this down here. I don't need that.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
turn
my
these
coffee.
logos
I'm
inside
not
out
ripping
there.
and
We're gonna,
sipping.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Once you said
sunburnt.
the league, all I could think of was, hey, Mike, how many ears did Daniel Boone have?
Daniel Boone.
Yeah.
I don't know that
He
number.
had a left ear, he had a right ear, and a frontier.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember him being
Baby,
an
we're
athlete.
rocking and rolling here in the morning. Yeah. Welcoming everybody as well. Getting us started off right as rain. Let's get to a little housekeeping while we welcome in our lovely universe. Please sound off in the chat how you're doing this morning, what side of the bed you woke up on. What else? You know, who you're chasing this morning in the breaks. Let's see what our dice roll is going to be. We're looking for 6 or higher. 6 or higher. That's an 8. Got a big old fat 8 right there. So we are 8 on the dice roll. And let's see what our chasse wheel spin going to be. Mike, I'm sorry I just assaulted you with that incredibly corny joke.
No, that's fine. I was like, Daniel
first
Boone. I
thing
only
in the
remember
morning.
the musket and the fur hats.
No, I know. It was
don't
unfair
remember.
of me to just jump you with that joke this early in the morning.
I
But
like that. I
I
like
will
that,
give
though.
that credit to New Girl. That is I at least am familiar with that joke from New Girl. So here we go. Here's what we got. on the dice roll. Beautiful day for Green Bay. Go Pack Go, says beautiful draft day, says Brad. What's happening,
No,
Brad Brainerd?
not
It
like
is
that.
draft day. You know it. Oh, boy.
Beautiful day for Chicago, right?
Kevin Costner
Hopefully.
has a pip in his step today. Let's see what this Chase wheel spin is going to be. There we go. You know what? I'm going to stick with just the minis. The last couple days I did 2. We're sticking with just the minis. You know why? Because that minis is fat and new.
Yeah.
It is unsullied. It is yet to be broken into, and ripe for the picking. So
Well, it is a
minis.
little broken into because we do have that as a pre-fill.
Oh, so that's just kismet.
So
right
it's
there.
it's
That's
perfect
just
that
meant
is
to
our
be.
Chase wheel spin.
Oh, the wheel new.
But yes, we have not opened a box in there just yet. All 30, all 14 headliners.
Where's Eric Burns?
There's one to go
Look at
in
minis.
one to go in this can't miss jerseys as well.
All right. So
You
we're
guys
rocking and
know
rolling.
it's Thirsty Jersey Thursday, and we have a special can't miss jersey series
Well,
for you.
So disclaimer on the Thirsty Jersey Thursday promo.
Yeah.
And this is coming down from the mountaintop. So
Right.
This is all we know. We're telling you what we know. The only series that we currently have is the Can't Miss Jersey series. Now,
Right.
normally on Thirsty Jersey Thursday, we, if you buy 6 spots across any breaks whatsoever, or buy 5 spots, excuse me, throw in our regular Jersey series, and that spot will show up as a free break, free spot
Yeah.
in that break. We don't have our regular Jersey series up. We do have the Can't Miss Jersey series, which is a little bit more on the price point. So if you want to experiment, try putting the Can't Miss jerseys in as your last. I don't know if it will work. If it does, huzzah. If it doesn't, consider us quenched on Jersey Thursday.
Exactly. Yeah, I set you up for that one, but yeah, I did want to get that message across to the people. And guys, these jerseys are going to be even more on fire than the usual ones that you see here in the room. So
it's our can't miss series, and you know
Yeah.
what we say: anytime there's a can't miss,
Don't wait on
it
that.
says if it's can't miss for a reason.
And like I said, there's one to go in that first break here.
And you said our
so
doubles is ready, our minis is ready.
Minis is, let me get that ready to go for you here. Give me 1 second. But yeah, that is closed out. It's back up on the break sheet for you guys, or the break page for you guys to be able to jump back in. But let's get you copied up in here. Where are we at here? Hold on. There it is. All right, yeah, we're ready.
It is draft day, man. It's a very exciting day. A lot of conjecture as to, who's going to be taken where. What, will it be an insult if so-and-so is taking so-and-so? All right, welcome in, everybody. We're going to get off the rip with the minis. So please, Omar Ramirez Nieves, TJ Anzalone, Michael O'Rourke, Mark McAdams, Derek Hedrick, Ryan Andreessen, or Eric Zaffer, and please drop me 2 box numbers or a wheel request for our mini double kicking off in the mini. What's left in the vault? Not much there, John Poole. There's like 3 boxes left in the current vault, and James Harrison on the Flash or the Rave Rep is what's left in there. I know we just had the new vault brought in the room. Mike, you might be able to shed a little bit more light on what the plan is with that. But while you do tell us about that, I'm just going to make one more request here from Omar, TJ, Michael, Mark, Derek, Ryan, and Eric. Please drop me 2 box numbers or a wheel request for the mini one. Mike.
Yeah, so typically, guys, we close out a vault series and then we open the next one. However, in order for you guys to be able to see what's in the next one on the break page when we load it up there, we have to have the logos and the graphics all ready for you. Those are still getting created, so give our team a little bit of time, have some patience with us, and then they'll have that ready to go for you right away. Although the boxes themselves are in the room, so as long as that can get closed out during this show, we will probably have the graphics and everything ready by the noon show, and it will open up then.
All right, box 20 in the minis. We need 1 more. 1 through 30, they're all available, obviously, except for 20, which has just been called. So Gonna let that go through on the ticker one more time there, and before I go to the wheel, so it'll be 20 and a wheel. All right, I'm going to the wheel. As soon as this hits the old screen, you've lost your opportunity. All right, going to the wheel. 20 and 25. 20 and 25. Thank you, Mike. There you go, Eric. All right, updated our ticker. Let's go to the randomizer to find our divisions. We are at 8 on the dice roll today. 8. Double check. Yep, that's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As many randomizations as there are divisions. So let's check it out. In the NFC North, we have Eric Zafran. NFC South, Derek Hedrick. NFC East, Michael O'Rourke. NFC West, TJ Anzalone. AFC North, Mark McAdams. AFC South, Ryan Andreessen. AFC East, Derek Hedrick. And the AFC West, Omar Ramirez Nieves. This is a loaded, fully stocked series right here. So let's get to cracking. We haven't even been able to do a top to bottom rundown. So this is going to be spicy. Best of luck, everybody. Let's get it here on this lovely, beautiful Thursday. All right. We have here on the Colts Salute to Service 3.0. We got the Beckett. The Beckett certification right there. Joseph Adai, salute to service. Ooh. Joseph Adai on the AFC South. Ryan Andreessen with the Colts there. Fantastic. Joseph Adai. Joey Adai. Congratulations there, Ryan Andreessen. First break of the day, first box of the day goes to you.
Very nice. I'm just familiarizing myself with our headliners here. Joseph Adai is not one of them, but still a really nice pick from the Ann Moore section. So those ratios just got a little bit bigger, and we still got somebody named Ryan Andreessen, a really cool win.
Awesome. And we are moving right on to this next helmet in the series. This next box. Oh boy. I don't know how to feel about the well, I mean, these aren't meant for minis anyway, but even this box in general, closing this box back up proposes a challenge. Let me just
it does. That. You know, it's like the sides are not cut quite right to fit in that arrangement.
We're going to continue our saluting here on the James Spence certified salute to service. I believe this is a 1.0. First one right here. For the San Diego Chargers, the jersey I'm wearing today, Sean Merriman. Sean Merriman. And, you know, I like to say that the San Diego salutes are always a little more special as it's a big military town. So there in the AFC West, Omar Ramirez Nieves with the Sean Merriman. Sean Merriman also not a headliner. That surprises me because Sean Merriman was one of them dudes back in the day, man. One of those guys you did not want to see on the other side as you cross that line of scrimmage. Omar Ramirez Nieves, congratulations on this early morning hit.
Very nice. Now we're going to keep things rolling here as we have our first can't miss jersey. See, well, it's actually really the third, because as you remember, guys, we're carrying the numbers over. But first of the morning, our can't miss jersey single box break is ready to go.
Put an E at the end of yeah, that's right. I thought he put an E at the end of his Sean.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of different ways to spell Sean.
Yep. Awesome. So, yeah, that's 2 out of the minis. That's 28 left. That's 14 headliners left in the minis. That is a perfect 50% ratio. There you go, Michael.
Yeah, that is true.
And we are moving right. Thank you for confirming. My math is correct there. You never know with me. You never know. Please. Please, Omar Ramirez, Nieves, Eric Linnell, Bradley Brainerd, Steve Pilecki, George Williamson, or Ty Percival, please drop me one box number for the jerseys or a wheel request. Here, let me take that off the screen so you have our ticker going for you right there. Our jersey numbers coming across the screen as I speak. So please drop me one box number for the Can't Miss jerseys. Still pretty loaded in that as well. So yeah. Hit me up with a box number 9. Thank you, Ty. Number 9 on the box number for the Can't Miss jerseys. Let me navigate here. Boom. All righty. So let's head on over to our randomizer. And we are 8 times on the randomization thanks to our sturdy dice roll. 7 and 8. 8 times. Boom. All right. And as I navigate, go ahead and grab that.
Oh, I could get it for you. I got it. I didn't even see that we had a number ready. I'm just kind of sitting here.
Can you confirm that it was 8 indeed?
No, 9.
9.
9 from Ty Percival.
9, that's right. A little more difficult one to get. Thank you, Rip. You got it, Rip. Box number 9. Here we go. NFC North. Let me just make sure I got that right on my ticker. Yes, I did. NFC North, Stephen Pilecki. NFC South, Ty Percival. NFC East, Bradley Brainerd. NFC West, Eric Linnell. AFC North, George Williamson. AFC South and East, Eric Linnell. And rounding us out, Omar Ramirez Nieves in the AFC West. Best of luck, everybody. Box 9 in the Can't Miss jerseys. Here we go. Also in these football boxes, because we are low. Yeah. Who we got? All right, there we go. On this sweet Patriots laundry, we got Ty Law, one of the most fearsome secondary players in the history of the game, Super Bowl champion. Ty Law on the Patriots jersey there. Beckett certified there at the bottom of the 4. Ty Law. I am the law. Law. AFC East, Eric Linnell. Great hit, buddy.
Very nice hit indeed. We had Ty Percival, who was our box caller. We pull out Ty Law.
Caller.
Very
man.
nice.
My Weird Al group chat is lighting up because the Weird Al tickets to him and Ravinia go on sale today.
Oh, I think he's gonna be at
Riot Fest as
well.
well.
I saw that. I was like, wait.
That Riot if we had a lull today this morning, I was gonna bring up that Riot Fest lineup because it is nasty.
I went last year and I thought it was a little bit better of a lineup last year, but that doesn't mean I am not looking at buying tickets this year.
Yeah, it's always like we haven't been able to go the past couple years, and my wife and I always love to go, and we try to go every year, but it's not always doable. This year's we're gonna have to make it work.
Because last year was Offspring, Sum 41, Fall Out Boy.
Oh, we did go last year. Oh, last year was
were you
great.
there? Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, last year was a blast.
Sublime was there.
Yeah.
Who else did I see? I saw Rob Zombie. I was right up on the railing for that. That was kind of cool.
Nice.
Although then you realize, like, once you're on the railing, all crowd surfers are coming over your head. And
Yep.
it's like, maybe I should have been like 5 rows back. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. Slayer. Everybody wanted to go see Slayer as well. That was a big one. I don't think I knew anybody on the Saturday lineup
For this year?
for last year. So I think I bought the Friday Sunday pass. So yeah, I mean maybe by that principle, this year's lineup is more fire because I think it's probably spread
this
out
year
amongst all
it's a
three.
3-dayer for me.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely too loaded across the board.
That's how I've never been to Lollapalooza. I know, bad Chicagoan, right? But
Yeah, I've never been either, but
I guess bad suburbanite actually, because most Chicagoans I think avoid Lollapalooza. But I have never been, and this year I was looking just to see, like, what's coming there, and also we're trying to plan a big hockey game for all of our friends, and yeah, so we were choosing that weekend, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's not good because if one or a few of the guys want to go to Lollapalooza, they can't make the game, right? So. Then the nice thing is that lineup is really dead on Saturday from my perspective. I don't know any of the headliners on that Saturday, so
for Lala.
I'm thinking, the boys won't either, and then
Yeah,
it'll
Lala's
all
one of
work out.
those where I feel my age every time I look at that lineup because for the Riot lineup this year, it was the thing where it was like, oh, I can go into all of the non-logoed acts and still recognize some of the names,
Right,
which was
right.
nice for me. But for Lala, once I get to that area, it's like, oh, I'm Father Time.
I had a buddy. Well, actually, I'm friends with the majority of the band, but they played at Lollapalooza last year, and they're a local band, and that was such a big deal for them. I had something going on that day; I couldn't make it, which was unfortunate. Or I think I just didn't buy Lala tickets. But yeah, that was awesome, though.
Well, after we do this traditional top to bottom rundown, we could do a top to bottom rundown of this year's Riot Fest
There you
lineup
go.
as well.
And some draft picks, maybe.
What's that now?
And some draft picks. We gotta give our takes.
Oh boy, I have no idea when it comes to the draft.
Do you
like,
think
ever.
your Dolphins are gonna be all right? I don't even know where they're picking. to be
No,
honest
they're
with you.
never. They'll always pick some like decent, like mid-round defensive backfield players, but no, man.
That sucks.
Nobody drafts like the Miami Heat. That's all I'm gonna say. You know,
Yeah,
for
true.
all my draft kiddies, I got to go to the Miami Heat. Here we go. Top to bottom rundown. T to B's. The diamond. Boy, oh boy, that diamond is beautiful and loaded. Let's check these out right here. Our video helmets. We have Jamar Chase on this. Absolutely. It's an abomination of how gorgeous this is. This is amazing. What an amazing custom job. You got that profile there on the front, or the portrait as it were, blacked out visor. You got a little Hydroflex action on that face mask. You got the J Chase one right there on that Speedflex sweet spot. And the beautiful paint job all around the back. I love these right here, these black accents going all the way to the back. Just absolutely filthy on that Jamar Chase Speedflex. And not to be outdone by another wide receiver, but this Chris Godwin sparkle two-tone Speedflex Bucks here is also really, really a statement piece for any collection. Incredible custom piece here on the Chris Godwin Speedflex. And then, of course, we also have this Terrell Davis on the Broncos Cyberhorse Rave right there. Hall of Famer and look, 2,000-yard rusher, Terrell Davis. Aaron Donald on the Authentic. Who else we got here? George Kittle on the Authentic. The Bus, Jerome Bettis, Adrian P. Look at all these just all-timer running backs that we have. Adrian Peterson on that gold slate. Absolutely gorgeous. And then Baker Mayfield also on the Speedflex. Speedflex. Come and get them in the diamonds. The unphotoed headliners, Antonio Gates, LaShawn Shady McCoy, and Tim Brown. Tim Brown in the diamonds. In the Black and Blue series, we got a great Black and Blue all authentic series, still flush with headliners. We have Alvin Kamara here on the alternate Saints helmet here. We still got this Rob Gronkowski on this like cherry red. Not sure if that's their it's got to be their flash. That's absolutely gorgeous. Josh Allen on the Salute to Service 2.0. That's a beautiful, stark signature right there for the MVP. Brett Favre on the Packers Rave. We're starting to see more Raves, and it's a beautiful thing. Myles Garrett. Look at Myles Garrett here on this black alternate Browns helmet with the orange ink right there, color matching the face mask. Beautiful, beautiful piece for one of the most dominant edge rushers of all time on the Myles Garrett. Barry Sanders on this beautiful slate, cold as ice looking. You got Steve Smith Sr. on the flat. It looks like, maybe a Flash Panthers right here as well with all that Agent 89. Look at all that ink right there. Devontae Smith on the Lunar Alabama helmet. Of course, that go to the Eagles, but Devontae Smith on the Alabama helmet, color match ink and everything. Who else we got after that? Joe Namath on this just silver Jets helmet. That's beautiful with the color match ink for that as well. Joe Cool, Joe Burrow. With the Joe Cool inscription there with the orange ink on that alternate Bengals helmet. Mike Evans, most underrated wide receiver perhaps of all time, Mike Evans on the Bucks flash. Eric Dickerson on the Rams Rave. And in our unphotoed headliners, we have Marcus Allen, Tim Brown, Warren Sapp, 3 potential, all on Raiders potentially right there. And Michael Penix Jr. and Michael Vick. So a couple of possible Falcons there as well. Penix Jr., of course. But Mike Vick could go a couple different ways. Vault, not much left in the vault. Vault's been pretty picked apart. This James Harrison on the Rave Rep. Beautiful looking piece for any Yinzer out there. Steel City Nation, rise up. Here's our jerseys. We've already hit one of our secondary headliners in the jerseys, but we still have a ton left here. T.O. on the Black Eagles jersey. Dick Butkus, Hall of Famer. T.J. Watt on the Steelers. Baker Mayfield. Baker, touchdown maker. AP, Mike Evans. So plenty of, we do have the jersey double as well. And I'm seeing plenty of double up, triple up opportunities here. Do you guys know who won that breast cancer Jefferson?
I can check.
Yeah, check it out. That would be in this current vault, Mike. The Jefferson Speed Flex. Where was I? We have this. We still have this Randy Moss, the Marshall Faulk. We have this. We have this Bijan Robinson there on some Falcons cloth. We have Jordan Love on the green Packers jersey. Looks like it might be like a throwback situation there. Jamar Chase on the white Bengals jersey. Steve Young, legend right there. And then in the unphotoed for the jerseys, Eric Dickerson, Champ Bailey, Anquan Bolden, and Warren Moon still left. We're looking into that, Ty. No worries. No worries at you, pal. Hey, you have no worries. I like to be aggressive about my politeness. In the 1 and 4, there's only 5 boxes of that left. The Hulk Hogan really skipping out on WrestleMania season for sure here. Still available. The only photoed headliner left. Pick apart the 1 and 4. We can knock all the rest of that out. That would just be a fun thing to do. It'd be a fun time.
That was Craig Crenshaw. Of course.
Because Craig always wins.
Justin Jefferson Speed Flex in the vaults. That was that breast cancer one.
Craig was hanging out yesterday. It was nice to see Craig in the morning. And then finally in our minis, still loaded up in the minis as well. We have all of our headliners available. We only broke 2 of the 30 boxes. So Warren Moon on that highlighter Seahawks is still available. Dak Prescott on that Pulse mini, Hines Ward on the Steelers, Ray Lewis on that Ravens, Eric Dickerson on the Rams, Joe Montana on that Camo mini, MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew on the Lunar, Jerome Bettis on the slate, Sean Alexander, and Robert Mathis on the flash there. So those are the headliners. Those are the photo. Then we also have Chad Johnson, Roger Craig, Kyron Williams, and Fred Taylor. So that's our top to bottom rundown right there. Let us know who you're hunting, what breaks you're getting into, where you would like to rally the troops towards, what you want to see, what you're bought into, and where we're heading. Y'all are the ones that run the show. We just spin the wheels, you know. We make sure the gears go. But y'all are really the ones, y'all are the real fuel behind the fire, as it were. So you speak to us. Let us know in the chat. Sound off where you're watching us from, either across Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, please feel free, this costs nothing, to go ahead and hit that bell, subscribe to us so you don't miss any bit of the action here in the UA Break Room. Am I right, Mike?
Yes. I just had, like, I gotta pull it up again, for our draft talk today, which I know you said you're not sure what the Dolphins would even be looking at, but
yeah.
Former UA Break Room host Brandon Combs, if you're familiar with that name, if you remember Brandon, he has a mock draft in here in which, for all you Chicagoans, he thinks that the Bears are going to trade up into the 5th pick with Jacksonville. Jacksonville will trade down to 10. He also thinks that Carolina will drop down to the 11th pick, while San Francisco will be on the other end of that trade and move up to the 8th spot. So he has Cameron Ward going first overall, quarterback from Miami. That's Rip's other team, his college team. He'd be going first overall to Tennessee. So, I mean, does that mean it's the end of Will Levis's time? Probably.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All the memes are gone. Or does that mean that the Titans could look to trade this pick? I don't know. I think you got to go with Cameron Ward, right? So Travis Hunter, he has 2nd coming out of Colorado, going to the Browns. He has Shedeur Sanders 3rd, also coming out of Colorado. A little bit interesting that you would have a cornerback taken for the Browns before a quarterback in that number 2 spot. However, I don't know. Are the Browns thinking they need a quarterback? I mean...
No, I mean, they signed, Joe Flacco, and they got Kenny Pickett, right? They're doing perfectly fine.
No, they don't have Kenny. No, because Kenny Pickett was.
Oh, no,
with
he got traded
Eagles
somewhere else.
Yeah, he won a ring with the Eagles.
Well, he won a ring with the Eagles, but they traded him.
I think they did. Oh,
I think they traded him in DTR. Yeah.
You know what? I haven't been keeping up on that, so you could be right. I don't know if that's enough, so I think maybe they take Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why Brandon's got Shedeur at number 3 here, but to each their own.
Shedeur want to go to Cleveland.
That's true too.
That's the rub,
but
isn't
I don't know,
it? Isn't that the question throughout this whole draft?
You know who's sitting at the 3 spot though is New York, the Giants. Well, I didn't even really have to say New York either. If I say New York, does Shedeur want to go there in general? Because that means it's either the Jets or the Giants, and I don't know. Either way.
Well, apparently the thing looming over the whole Shedeur thing is the whole Dion thing, who we see a lot in the break room, and we love
Dion.
prime time.
Yeah. Do we have him on here?
No, not at the moment.
We had him last week.
But yeah, apparently there's also a lot of scuttlebutt about, Shedeur going to a team with a weak coaching situation, and then you start getting the inevitable rumors, and does a team want to court that?
Right.
So you get into some real sticky spots.
Yep.
When you start going down those lines of thought.
No doubt.
Also, let us know how our mics are. I finagled with the wires a little bit this morning. I know they've been in and out. Haven't seen any issues in the chat or anything, but just keep us up to date.
I think we're doing all right. Now, in the number 4 spot, he has the Patriots, although he mentions that he does expect the Bears to try to make a trade to get to this spot, but I don't think the Patriots, They need this number 4 pick.
They're not in their trade down days anymore.
Yeah, there's no more Tom Brady, unfortunately. No more Rob Gronkowski.
And no more Belichick, just chucking those draft spots around.
Right. So he thinks that they're going to take offensive tackle Will Campbell from LSU just to give
alligator arms,
a little bit of protection for their young quarterback. Let's see. Number 5 spot then would belong to the Bears. Now, Ashton Genty would be there for the taking, as you've heard me not say his name. But Brandon thinks that the Bears are going to take Abdul Carter. He says if the Giants take Shadur at 3, I think this would be the spot for the Bears to strike. They are desperate for defensive line help. And while most expect the Bears to continue to add to the offensive line, this is too good of an opportunity to pass up. Therefore, they make the trade. Abdul Carter is seen as a game wrecker, and despite the injury questions, many believe he will be just that. So a lot of sources are thinking the Bears are taking Ashton Genty. Brandon's going against the grain here and going with the Abdul Carter pick, the edge rusher out of Penn State. I don't hate that. I would be okay with that. That means Ashton Genty would fall to number 6 to the Raiders. He's a running back out of Boise State. Ashton might be the most can't-miss prospect in this draft, and the Raiders need pretty much help everywhere. But this would be a great piece for Pete Carroll to start moving this franchise in the right direction, is what Brandon writes. I agree. But being that it is the most can't-miss prospect in the draft, it is going to hurt me a little bit if the Bears don't take it. I know that they should maybe focus on the defensive side of the ball rather than, they've made a lot of bolstering they've bolstered the offense a lot over the offseason, but I don't know. He makes Abdul Carter sound like like it's too good of an opportunity to pass up. That's literally the words he wrote. But if Ashton Genty is the most can't miss prospect in this draft, that's also too good of an opportunity to miss. Now, both of these guys he has at the number 5 and number 6 spots. This is an NFL draft. You know that most teams will take what they need rather than sometimes what's the best out there in general. Mm-hmm. Do these guys fall to 10 where the Bears currently hold the draft pick? That is going to be the question, because will the Bears be able to trade up? That's the issue is all of this relies on that trading up portion. If not, you're going to look at a name further down the list. Number 7 overall, he has Amand Membo out of Missouri. It's an offensive tackle going to the Jets. The 8th spot he has in this draft now belonging to the San Francisco 49ers. That is Mason Graham, a defensive lineman out of Michigan. Jalen Walker going number 9 to the Saints. He's an edge rusher from Georgia. Tyler Warren, a guy that I've heard a little bit about, tight end out of Penn State, going to the Jaguars as they made that flip with the Bears. Then you have Tiaroa McMillan. Apologies if I say that name wrong. A wide receiver from Arizona going to the Carolina Panthers, who now have the 11th spot after that trade with the 49ers. The 12th spot, Omarion Hampton to the Dallas Cowboys. And then Rip, your Dolphins, sitting in the number 13 spot. He thinks that they will take Will Johnson, a cornerback from Michigan. Dolphins need all the secondary help that they can get. Will Johnson was a shutdown back at Michigan and will be a great addition for the Dolphins.
Well, especially if we end up trading Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Because that's a cool thing that they're also trying to do. I see here on Peter Schrager's latest mock, he has Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan.
Okay.
Going there, and the last line here would be
Brandon's got Mason Graham going a little sooner, but he could drop. We'll see. If those trades don't happen, then that there's always a chance that this is way off the board.
The thing I like seeing here is they could be getting a day 1 culture changer.
Oh, there you go.
Which is that'd be a welcome. That'd be welcome.
Yeah,
we need culture in Miami.
Are you secretly a Chargers fan and you haven't told us?
No, this is mostly more so being a fan of LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay.
This is back in my is the jersey on sale days. Then I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and pick that up if it's a player I like.
Because Brandon does have Matthew Golden, wide receiver of Texas, going number 22 overall to the Chargers. But I'm not going to go through his whole list. You can find it on Twitter. He is at Real Combsy, RealCombsy, if you want to check him out. I know that they are doing a show at Illinois Media School tonight, a draft show that is sponsored by Ultimate Autographs, is what they were telling me.
Well. How about
So that is cool. I am also doing a draft show tonight from WRMN. That's where I will be. Nick Johnston, the other breaker from Sundays and Mondays, will be at that IMS show, Illinois Media School. But I will be with the rest of the WRMN squad. Nick is usually a part of us over at WRMN to do a show. We'll be talking to Marquise Ogden, brother of Hall of Fame NFL Jonathan Ogden.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
That'll be pretty cool. There also might be a couple other special surprises. We're not confirmed yet. I'm not running this one, so I don't know who's showing up and when, but I hope there's some Hall of Famers, and I hope I don't make too much of a fool of myself not knowing who's coming ahead of time.
You know, in the spirit of the draft, Mike, let's go ahead and hold a little draft of our own.
I like it.
All right? I'm going to take out a little pen and paper here. You and I, we're going to go back and forth drafting
What
the helmets that are still left here on the board.
Ooh,
and what
okay.
we want to see. Let's make our little team. Let me get some. Let me get my pad out. And yeah, exactly. How do you want to decide first pick? Rock, paper, scissors, coin flip.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
No. Don't give me this age before beauty nonsense.
I wasn't even doing it for that. The Dolphins are sitting lower on the list. No, yeah.
No, the Bears are higher up, right?
Yeah.
So you draft first.
Okay, all right.
How about that?
I'll draft first. That means, so technically this series is...
Hold on. Let me get my draft.
He's
board
writing
set
it
up
down.
here.
He's writing it
I
down.
want to write this down. I'm gonna throw this up, and we're gonna see who won this draft by the end of it.
Taking names. Listen, okay. I have to go with the speed flexes first.
Well, again, let me get set up here. Hold on.
Don't worry, I'm gonna think through this. I have to go with the speed flexes first because those are the hottest items that I want in my draft personal collection here. And first overall is usually a quarterback. There are a lot of, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of huge quarterbacks in both the Black and Blue series and the Blitz mini helmet series. But if I have to take a speed flex, this is so tough though because Josh Allen is in the Black and Blue. You know what? I am gonna differ from the speed flexes, and this just proves to everybody at home that you don't always have to be chasing the speed flexes. Sometimes you're chasing a name, and that name I'm gonna go with. He is in the Black and Blue Authentics. It's a quarterback. It's arguably the best quarterback in the league right now. Or I said arguably. I said arguably a lot. I like him the most, and I think he'll get a ring very soon. It's Josh Allen. I'm taking Josh Allen.
Josh Allen on the Salute to Service 2.0 in the Black and Blue. Okay. There you go. Your number one draft pick.
I know there's Joe Montana out there. This is tough. I mean, and then I was looking at the speed flexes, Baker Mayfield as well. But yeah, I had to go with that.
Okay, that's interesting, man. That's a hot take.
Joe Namath is out. Joe Namath, Joe Burrow, and Joe Montana. I just said no to all the Joes.
All right, well, you can go ahead and take that Josh Allen authentic Salute to Service Speed Flex number 1 overall.
Okay.
And who's gonna fault you for it? Nobody.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna go with this Jamar Chase
Okay.
custom Speed Flex. Okay,
Yeah.
he says. It's filthy disgusting. It's got bells and whistles. It's got the little zhuzhing around the actual autograph on that sweet spot of the Speed Flex. Just look at it. Absolutely gorgeous in the diamonds. That Jamar Chase. It's got that blacked out visor. Looking beautiful. So that's going to be my number 1 pick. Are we doing snake style or are we just going to go 1-2-1-2?
What do you want to do? You want to do snake style? You can do snake style. That's fine. That is usually I'm the one who goes for the aesthetics and the fancy looking helmets, and I mean, of course, Jamar Chase is a big name as well. But I regret not taking that one. But I'm glad you picked that up first overall because that is a hot hit in this break room right now.
You know what? I feel bad going back to back. So you go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two different ways to do this, really. I mean, we could draft an actual team, right? Like I kind of did with that first pick. I want a quarterback solidified right away.
See, I'm just going what's best available.
Right. Or there's the route I usually take of what do you want to see because it's absolute hot fire here in the break round. And I think I'm going to go that route here in my second pick because I have a quarterback. You took the Jamar Chase. Let me see what else.
Go ahead and erase him off the board so we don't.
Yeah, right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go a little off the board here because it's not a helmet.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna head over to the jersey section.
You're a wild one, dog.
And I am going to take one of the best players of his era, and he's going to get me a lot of not only fantasy points, but I feel like he'll work well with a quarterback like Josh Allen. I'm going to go with Randy Moss. So, yeah, give me Randy Moss and the jerseys. But don't worry, I'll get more into the aesthetics in a little bit, but I'm still building my team a little bit, but also that purple jersey that's going to be coming out if it's a Randy Moss. I believe it's him on the. I don't think we have him on the Patriots.
No. Yeah, it's him on a white. It's on the white.
Oh, it's on the white. Oh,
jersey right
nice. Okay, yep. Give me that for number 2.
Okay, this is not going the way I thought it was because we are taking two different philosophies here. Because far be it from me to stray. I'm just giving it one more once over. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm going to have to just stay in the diamonds here. I hate to be predictable.
I get you. I know what you're taking.
But, yeah, I don't care that I have two wide receivers.
That was what I was going to take, too.
Look at this thing, man. This is like the second sickest speed flex that we have in the room right now. This is absolutely gorge to the max. Chris Godwin, you could see that sparkle come through.
Yeah.
You got that two-tone and everything. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, Godwin on the speed flex. Come on, he's about to be the second most underrated wide receivers, following in the steps of Mike Evans. Come on.
I looked at that and I was like, do I take a receiver now or, and if I do I take him? But it's only because he's on a speed flex. Is he better than a Randy Moss, right? So yeah, that's a good pick though.
Here's the
that's
thing.
a good pick though.
Right.
And
yeah, you're crushing it right now.
But I will go and dip into a little bit of that. You could stay in the diamonds actually because
I can.
I'm gonna with my third pick. I'm gonna dip into a little bit of both, a little bit of what I've been doing already with skill players, but also a little bit of heat. I'm going to go with the Baker Mayfield speed flex. I want him as my backup quarterback behind Josh Allen as a little bit of a 1-2 punch. I know that's kind of frowned upon in the NFL to have two big quarterbacks on the payroll like that, especially when one won't get too much playing time. But if that's on a pewter lid, or is that more of a silver?
Yeah, it's pewter.
It's a pewter? Yeah. That is sick. It's a speed flex. It's Baker Mayfield. I want that in my collection, so I'm going to have him on my team. Right now, I got 2 quarterbacks and a wide receiver.
All right, round 3, and Mike finally took a speed flex.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
What speed flexes are left? All right, well, I think it's time for me to finally take a 2,000-yard rusher. I'm going with the Terrell Davis rave. Finally, a rave has been taken. If you want to go by aesthetics, and we talk about how much we love the raves, we definitely have some raves in here. And, yeah, I'm going to go with that TD Hall of Famer, Mile High Salute on the Speedflex rave.
Yeah, that is a really good pick. I mean, the running backs don't get a whole lot of love, do they? Right? So I mean, a rusher like that. I mean,
the narrative is currently still in the process of being rewritten around running backs. It feels like
it's a sneaky pick, and I respect it. So I'm happy for you on that. That takes the speed flexes off the board for the most part. The tough part now is like there's so many things that are still just as hot of an item because of the name. So kind of going in the route that I was at the first part of this draft. But I already have 2 quarterbacks. So do I pick? do we go with the break room draft style, which is just pick what's best out there and what we have available on the board, or do we just go with what is going to fill out an actual roster? I think I am going to
Go by the board, my friend.
I'm going to do a little bit of both here with the Ray Lewis in the mini helmets.
Oh, okay. On the rave. 2 raves in a row right there.
Yeah, so Ray Lewis, an outstanding player. Definitely want to add him to my roster, and I have room to. So that's good. That's good. I think he'll match up well with a Josh Allen, right?
Sir, I mean, you're finally taking the other side of the ball into consideration. All right.
Yeah.
Now it's down. All right. Now I got real decisions to make here. Now, because you're right. Like, I've taken a lot of the big actual just like helmets so far, but I do need some. Like quarterback, I mean, you weren't here yesterday, but we had the QB room series, and we all but cleared that in the morning. Quarterbacks are just, what's hot, man, and what's always going to be hot. Always have been hot. So I think I'm going to have to go in the black and blue.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the black and blue. I think this is the best quarterback name left on the board.
Probably is.
I'm going to go with the Brett Favre rave right here.
Okay.
2 raves in a row. And, man, Brett Favre specifically in the break room has been on fire as well.
Yeah.
A lot of great different variations on the Packers helmets. Yeah, I'm going to go with that Brett Favre rave in the black and blue.
That is a very clean looking helmet too. I love the all green there, and then of course, you've got the yellow signature that just makes it pop.
The gunslinger, man.
Yeah, you know it. So
right. You're on the clock.
You know what? I am going to stay in that black and blue section because there is a lot of heat in there. I've already taken some quarterbacks. I know there are some really talented quarterbacks still on the board there, but I am still going to be looking at that other side of the ball. Well, no, it's not the other side of the ball. What am I saying? It's Barry Sanders.
Oh!
How could I have let
Barry Sanders is here. What the heck are we doing?
How could I have let Barry Sanders drop so much? So I have a little bit of defense. I got a little bit of running back. I got a little bit of wide receiver, and I got 2 solid quarterbacks. Barry Sanders at is that my 5th overall pick?
Yes,
that's a
this is
steal.
round 5.
That's an
round 5 right here.
That's an absolute
Yeah,
steal.
not too shabby. That was a pretty good job there, pal. Yeah, that's great. I'm not mad about that at all. Don't put it in the paper. All right. I'm going. I was gonna say I'm going back to my aesthetics nonsense, but when have I ever left it? I'm going with this very, very. This is cold as heck, man. I'm going with this Myles Garrett with the orange color match ink on the black Browns helmet. I haven't seen that before ever.
Right?
Is this technically their Flash? Who knows? Who's to say? Yeah, but it looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
It looks so cool. Yeah, and again, modern day Marvel, one of the most dangerous edge rushers of his time, if not of all time. I'm going Myles Garrett on that Cleveland Browns in the black and blue.
What's funny is like, so you know me, I'm a hockey guy and I'm a big jersey guy. The NHL
These playoffs, huh?
These playoffs have been crazy. I did say that I think that this could be like a changing of the guard. So like almost every series at the start of it, I was like, I could kind of see this going either way. And if there was a quote unquote upset, I could list you at least 3 reasons why. So we have some pretty even matchups in this first round. But that Myles Garrett that you just took, it's like a reverse retro in the hockey jerseys. They came out with like a bunch of like retro style jerseys, but they reversed the colors that you would have seen these jerseys in like whatever was it, the 60s or the 70s and stuff like that. So like the Blackhawks ones were, instead of being red with a little bit of black, were black with a little bit of red, or vice versa. That Browns one for the Myles Garrett, I mean, you look at the flip of what that should be, and you have the black on the helmet and the orange on the face mask, where usually you'd see the orange on the helmet and the black or the brown on that face mask. So I really like that touch. I'm gonna stay in this black and blue. That just goes to show you how hot it is.
Real, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah, I have to go. Oh my God, I just noticed a couple things that I missed in the diamonds.
I know. Me, last time I was going through it, I forgot as well. Also,
Shoot.
in the process of doing this, I see that the diamond quad has moved a little bit.
Oh, yes, it has, yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and join in with our friends with the 2 spots in there already. The water is warm. Also,
yes, sir.
Sound off in the chat if our draft picks are just absolutely asinine.
Yeah, I mean,
really let us have it.
It's hard because like we're talking about so many legends here on the board, so like we're gonna miss some, and it's arbitrary. I mean, you could take these in opposite orders and whatnot. But I am going to take a guy who's proven to win rings, and it's not just because of Tom Brady; it's because of his own individual talent as well. Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
I need to add some more wide receiver help on this team.
Gronkowski on that. I'm gonna say it's a Patriots flash, but whatever it is, it's got that real deep like cherry red. It's like a Corvette red almost.
Yeah.
All right, Gronk in the black and blue.
Very nice.
All right.
Oh, there's still so much on that board.
I noticed his name when I drafted him last time, and it's like, all right, well, I do need another quarterback on here, so I'm gonna go with the Joe Montana on the classic 49ers Golden Dome right there.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Montana and Joe Burrow and Joe Namath all still on this board, and it's like we had to take the Joes at some point.
Yeah. Again, I just saw Joe Montana still there, and it's like, oh, geez, a whiz. Probably.
Should I take the Joe Montana Funko Pop too? I mean, hey, I'll take it.
Well, if you're going just by names, knock yourself out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's still a Joe Montana Funko Pop. I don't mean to clown it, but yeah. Oh gosh, what to take now? Okay, so I have a couple wide receivers. I have a little bit of help both on defense.
Burrow is still on the board. Dak is on the board. There's also Montana in the minis as well.
Right.
If you wanted to get on that Montana train.
Which is the one that you took?
I took the Montana in the black and blue on the full-size authentic.
Is there? Because I see Joe Namath and Joe Burrow over there.
Oh, you're right.
So you took the minis. You took the minis.
All right, you're right. I'm going for the minis.
That's fine. I mean, it's still Joe Montana.
Yeah, but that Montana, you're right. Well, no, it's because I was mostly drafting the helmet. So, all right, that Montana pick is. Hold on, I need to repick here now. That was not an eligible pick.
He's back on the clock.
I'm back on the clock.
It's not an eligible pick.
Geez.
Oh my goodness.
Beans. Oh man, I'm panicking. Hulk Hogan.
Oh my! Way off the board. Whoa! Are you going to be throwing him on your offensive line or on defense?
He's a halftime show.
He's a halftime show.
He comes out there. All right, you little Hulkamaniacs. Let me tell you something, Jack. Go ahead and get your nachos now.
Oh my goodness.
I panicked.
That's fine. But I'm thinking about.
All right, round 7.
Am I thinking about defense myself here? Let me do a little research here on a comparison, just because I want to see what I like. Nope. Let's see.
You can also panic while getting into this classic, can't miss, 1 and 4, that Hulk Hogan classic Hulkamania shirt, last one we have in the photoed headliners or headliners at all. Gee, Rip did not have his coffee this morning.
That's no. He's actually got too much coffee.
Brian, do I sense a little bit of sarcasm? look, that you just have to go to that level if you're doing a Hogan impression. And hopefully that's the only level you get to. Yeah. So there's 5 boxes left in that 1 in 4 with that Hogan shirt still there, which I'm almost willing to bet, like you get into that single, that's going to be a lot less than if you bought one of those Hogan autographs straight up at Hogan's Beach in Clearwater, Florida, and Orlando. But hey, Brian, good morning, man. Welcome in. Let us know what you're looking for. Who you hunting out there? Yeah, all that good stuff.
I think I'm going to be
pick?
going back into the Can't Miss jerseys because that's exactly what they are. I need a little bit of help on my line, so I'm going to be going with the TJ Watt, a big dude, big personality, and I'm excited to have
Watt
him
on
protecting my
In the
quarterbacks.
jerseys, you said.
In the jerseys, yeah.
Let's see what he's on in that.
TJ
He's
Watt.
on the Steelers black jersey.
Yes, sir. I do love those colors. I mean, I know they're mostly Pittsburgh-centric, and we're here in Chicago, but you can't go wrong with the black and yellow, right?
Yellow, black, and yellow, black, and yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I going to go next? It's good morning. Yes. Anyone does Hogan impression either needs coffee or agree with Mike. Too much coffee. Ironically enough, today I probably went into today's show having drank the least amount of coffee that I've had before going live. Let's see. Do I want to get back in the diamonds? I think I do. I think I'm going to draft Adrian Peterson on the gold Viking slate. In the diamonds.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I was looking at that as well, and I was like, am I doing it?
Former MVP, one of the best rushers in his time, of his generation.
It was between him and Barry for me, and I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, no, I mean...
I could have doubled. I have two great quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, so, okay.
Slates.
So tough to be choosing here. I think I'm going to need a little bit more wide receiver help. So I'm going to go with George Kittle in the diamonds, sticking in those diamonds. I really like this guy. I love his personality. I think he's a very talented athlete. And, yeah, maybe we'll get a sponsorship with Levi as well while we're there, right? So,
Get some tickets to many wrestling events.
Yes, that
quite
too.
Present over WrestleMania.
That is true too. Yeah. I mean, that guy's he's like everything I feel like some people aspire to be, right? Like he's just living his life while also playing in the NFL.
Oh man. All right. I can't believe he's still there this late. I'm going to go with the Joe Burrow in the black and blue on that alternate Bengals there with the Joe Cool inscription in the black and blue.
You took Jamar Chase on a speed flex.
Yeah, I got Burrow and Chase. What do you want to
and now you have Burrow. There is another Jamar Chase I could take to bolster my lineup that's in the jerseys. However, I think for the time being, I'm going to stick in. Where was I looking? Yeah, I'm going to stick in the helmets in the black and blue series. Just going to add another wide receiver to really give myself options to throw to. Well, give Josh Allen and who was the other quarterback I took? Baker Mayfield. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna give them both options to throw to, and this one Baker will like. This is gonna be Mike Evans.
Dang it.
In the black and blue. I know you. Yeah, you were probably looking at that too. Yeah. So now my wide receivers, we've got Randy Moss, Mike Evans, and who was the other one I just took? I know I just took another wide receiver. Yeah.
Kittle, not a wide receiver,
Kittle.
but
Yeah. True. But yeah,
functionally a wide receiver.
Yeah, functionally, yeah.
Better 79-79 had a couple spots in the single jersey break left over from last night. Missed who and what jersey was pulled. It was a Ty Law jersey for Eric Linnell there, Better. Ty Law for Eric Linnell. It's my pick. I am going to stay here in the black and blue. We're going to pick apart this black and blue. And going aesthetics, if I'm going aesthetics, I'm going aesthetics and legacy. I'm going to go with the Eric Dickerson on the Rams Raven, the black and blue. Hall of Famer, again, I'll say it every time. Just go YouTube Eric Dickerson highlights and marvel at his crazy upright running style. Plus, a rave on that Rams looks pretty dope. That's in the black and blue. That's who I'm going to go ahead and draft.
Yeah. So a lot of running back. Despite what I said about like the running backs not getting a whole lot of love, there's a lot of running backs that are really talented on our board right now.
So we're going into round 10. I'm going to go ahead and call this the last round as we have just crossed over to the 10 o'clock hour. It's 10:05 here.
That is Eric
on
Linnell.
April 24th, 2025. And Mike and I are going through and drafting the available helmets that are still headliners, still available on our big board. We have gone through 9 rounds. We'll recap in a little bit here after the 10th round. But here we are in the 10th round, Mike.
That was Eric Linnell as Better 7979. So
You-
congratulations.
that
You're
was me,
going home
nice.
with a Ty Law jersey. We broke that at about 20 minutes into the show. So if you wanted to go back and watch it, if not, it's it's already boxed up. I'm sorry, I'm not pulling that bag out. But it's only because I don't want to ruin it before it's sent to you. So the other time you'll get a chance to see it is when we ship it out and send it to your house. So that'll be nice. Yes, we're moving along here. There's so much heat on this board. We're trying to not only make a team, or at least I'm trying to make a team, but we're also trying, it's not hard to pick a bunch of things that are hot fire here in the break room. Really cool speed flexes. I think we knocked them all off the board at this point, but some really cool black and blue authentics as well. So we just wanted to kind of show you what we have out there in a cool way today with it being draft day and everything. This makes my pick so tough because I was looking at Eric Dickerson. I think
Got him.
I think. Let me see. Let me do my research real quick. I know I'm on the clock.
Yeah, I'm about to call clock on you, bro.
I need to bolster my defense a little bit more. So I think, did I take Jerome Bettis already?
Nope. He is still on the board.
I will be taking Jerome Bettis.
In the
There's
black and
2
blue.
on the boards.
Oh, wait, yeah, there's a Bettis in the diamonds. Let's go to the diamonds. I'm going to make you take the diamonds.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, I'll take the one in the diamonds. He's also in the minis. Is he in black and blue?
I don't think
I don't think so. Yeah, no. But yeah, he's in the diamonds and he's in the mini helmets. I will be taking the diamonds just because I will be not only picking something functionally to add to this team roster, but also something that looks sweet. Not that a mini doesn't look sweet, but you're gonna take a full size authentic over a mini.
All right.
That's just
Well, we've officially
good
picked
break
apart
room.
everything that's still available in the diamonds.
Yeah, that's true.
I might just have to go with style here in the black and blue. I'm gonna go with Agent 89 on that. It looks like it's either a Panthers rave. Well, not a rave. It looks like a Panthers flash. Steve Smith Sr. on the Panthers flash in the black and blue.
There you go. That's a nice one. Steve Smith Sr.
Also, because I haven't seen a Panthers flash yet, as well.
All right. Well, I will add to. I got a tight end with George Kittle.
You did.
I was
Hey,
thinking.
well, you got 2 tight ends.
Who's my other tight end?
Gronk.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and
Yeah.
recap. Let's recap.
Oh, wow.
What we have here. And while we're recapping, y'all, look at these beautiful helmets that we've just drafted here.
Remember that our recap isn't just like who we would take best overall. It's what is on our board
This
right
is what's
now.
on the board. This is for you to have and to hold and to cherish. I'm not saying you got to get married to these things, but they're beautiful. So, round 1. Let me get back here. Round 1. Let's just go like this. Mike, here's your team. Round 1, you took Josh Allen on the Salute to Service 2.0 authentic in the black and blue.
Yep.
Second round, you took the Randy Moss jersey and the Can't Miss jerseys. In the third round, you took the Baker Mayfield Speed Flex in the diamonds.
Yes, sir.
Fourth round, you took the Ray Lewis Mini on the Rave in our mini series.
Yeah.
Round 5, you took Barry Sanders on the slate in our black and blue.
Yes, sir.
Next round, round 6, you took Gronk on the Patriots Flash in the black and blue.
Nice.
Round 7, you took TJ Watt on the jersey. TJ Watt. Round 8, maybe a steal, George Kittle in the diamonds.
Yeah.
On that full-size authentic. Round 9, Mike Evans on the Flash in the black and blue, being as underrated as ever, being taken in the second to last round of this made-up draft. And then lastly, you took Jerome Bettis in the diamonds as well.
Yeah.
So let's see. You took 1, 2, 3, 4 from the black and blue. 1, 2, 3 from the diamonds. So black and blue leading the way for you there. And you took 2 from the jerseys and 1 from the mini. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So Alan Moss, Baker, Ray Lewis, Barry Sanders, Gronk, TJ Watt, George Kittle, Mike Evans, and Jerome Bettis. How do you feel about that?
So far, so good. It is me for this next pick, right?
Well, that was round 10, and we're gonna kind of call it a round 10.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
I like my
recap.
team.
I'm
I
gonna
like my
recap who I got right here. Jamar Chase on that custom speed flex in the diamonds. Chris Godwin on that custom speed flex in the diamonds. Terrell Davis on that Rave speed flex in the diamonds. Brett Favre on the Rave authentic in the black and blue. Myles Garrett in the black and blue on the full-size authentic. Hulk Hogan on the Hulkamania shirt, 1 and 4. Adrian Peterson on the slate in the diamonds. Joe Burrow in the black and blue on that alternate Bengals lid. Eric Dickerson on the Rave in the black and blue, and Steve Smith Sr. on the Flash in the black and blue. So let's see here. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the black and blue, full size authentic series. 1 in the 1 and 1 in the 1 and 4. So there we go. We see where we each kind of gravitate towards. There.
You and I both loved the black and blue a little bit more. I feel like maybe just because there were more names in there. But still hot fire names. But also our second series was those diamonds.
So let us know, who do you think won that draft, and what from those drafts you would like to see coming your way. So buy up into these breaks and seize that opportunity. We got plenty of opportunity on the board. So
if I had an 11th pick, I probably would have taken that Devontae Smith in the black and blue because that's still available.
Yeah.
And he would help to that wide receiver core that I've started to build.
I probably
there.
would have taken the Alvin Kamara just because I can't take Joe, the best Jet of all time, Joe Namath.
Right.
I just couldn't do it, man.
Not as a Dolphins fan. Fins up, right?
Fins up. Fins all the way up.
So that's that. Guys, we do have movement in some of those series. Let me get back to our running break sheet here. We have 2 people bought into the Diamond Quad box, so get your spots in there. The Vault has 1 bought into it, but we also have the Black and Blue series that we were just going over. The double box break, we have 1 spot taken, so 7 still available. But the single is wide open, guys, so I wouldn't wait. I would jump right in there. I know what has been moving today has been the jerseys and the minis. We did kind of pick apart the minis as well, myself and Rip in that draft. So if you want to jump back in there, the second helmet break is back open. We didn't pull any headliners, so the ratio is 50%, 28 boxes, 14 headliners. We've got 2 spots taken up in that helmet break. Those are both
Chase, as you mentioned.
yeah.
What's happening, Ryan? The Moss is still available
Yes, sir.
in the jerseys, and was in fact, we actually, if you're just tuning in, we actually just had a little draft between ourselves for who on the board we'd like to draft, what items we'd like to draft, and the Moss jersey was Mike's number 2 pick in round 2.
Randy Moss,
So
can't
there
go
you go.
against him.
Get
I
that
love
Randy
it.
Moss jersey.
Especially when it is our can't miss jerseys. Those are definitely going to be a little bit higher in names and quality, and not that our regular jerseys are bad to begin with. So I mean, that just tells you how much more you are going to be getting. But those mini helmets, like Rip said, those are the Chase Wheel Spin. We did have one break already. There's 2 spots that are now bought into the current break, so 6 spots still available. Get your spots now. You could jump back into the jerseys as well. I put that back on the break page. So let us know what you guys want to see. Maybe you could get your own little draft going if you win enough items here in the UA break room. But yeah.
Yeah, here, let me go ahead and pop that.
Oh no, Tanya. No. What are we talking about here? This is Khalil Mack.
Who am I on Thirsty Jersey Thursday if not a thirst trap right here?
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
At this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's good. Yeah, you wore that just for Tanya, didn't you?
You know, I may not have known it at the time, but now I know why.
Next week you're gonna wear a Chargers. I'm not a Chargers jersey. Yeah, a Cardinals jersey.
If only I had one. If only I had one.
I will let the cat out of the bag here. This is my only football jersey. So you're getting it on draft day. I said I was going to switch up a different jersey every single week until the new year. So that we've gone 365. She's giving you GQ status. What? Usually I get that. I'm jealous. What is going on here?
Goodness gracious. I am the Gentleman's Quarterly.
You know, that's fine. It's okay. I'll take the licks on this one because Khalil Mack didn't spend too long with the Bears, but at the time of the 100th season, which is right here on the patch, he was probably that was the sexy pick. Not to use Tanya's own adjectives in there. This was the guy you wanted as the Bears, which probably isn't saying much. But there was not a whole lot of building going for it. Oh, I love that you're doing this.
I'd look better in red and gold. I don't know about that there, Ryan. I like my aqua and orange just fine. And, you know, we love to step outside a little bit there.
Are we doing a Riot Fest draft now?
I just kind of wanted to look over it. We're not necessarily going to draft, but I did want to look over it.
Okay.
Because it is a heck of a lineup. It hit like just towards the end of the show yesterday, and like my jaw was on the floor.
Yeah.
So I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Blink-182, which I didn't get a chance to see last time they were around. Weezer, which I didn't get a chance to see last time they were around, and Green Day, who I didn't get a chance to see last time they were at Wrigley. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Blink-182 I need to get into a little bit more. Weezer I have seen at the 2019 Winter Classic between the Blackhawks and the Bruins, so an odd spot to see them. And, of course, you know, it's just during an intermission, so they play like 3 or 4 songs and they're out. I didn't know any of the songs that they played because they did all the ones off their new album. The only one that I did know was their version of Toto's Africa. Mm-hmm. And I don't like their version. I like Toto's originally too.
It's tough. Like,
I wish they would have done like Island in the Sun and
for covers. My rule of thumb is that you have to re-genreify it, man.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like Fast Car was a good cover, but Cheeks needs the Mike Evans lid. That's true. Cheeks, there's so many bucks on the board today. You know,
like Marilyn Manson redid Sweet Dreams. Oh, that's a really good one.
Let me go back here because we have plenty of bucks here clapping cheeks. You got Baker and Godwin here in the diamonds, both on speed flexes. That's sick custom on the Godwin. And then in the black and blue, you got a flash Mike Evans, which is looking mighty fine as well. We got a lot of Warren Sapp in the unphotoed as well. So clapping cheeks, my man. Everything you want is out there. You must go and take it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So get on in these breaks, y'all. Minis are the Chase Wheel Spin. And jerseys are can't miss today. Let me switch back to our lineup here. I have a buddy who went to the most recent Weezer tour, and he said, yeah, they did the new album, and then they just like took requests from the crowd for whatever they wanted to do, which was pretty great because they have a lot to request.
I do love Green Day.
Yeah.
So that Sunday ticket is a for sure for me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like Alkaline Trio. I think I've heard a couple of their songs.
They're there pretty much every year, so I wouldn't,
Okay.
like if you want to see Alkaline Trio, they'll be there.
All Time Low. I know a couple of their songs.
Yeah, you have here
Dropkick Murphys. You can't pry me away from that show. That is sick.
you got Steve Jones, a bunch of the dudes from the Sex Pistols. You got Jack White. What else you got here? Sorry, just trying to properly navigate it. The Beach Boys. It's been a few years since Riot Fest has had like a throwback act.
Beach Boys
The
are there?
Beach Boys. Who knows what that lineup even is?
Ooh.
But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, Dropkick Murphys. They're there every now and then. Bad Religion, the Front Bottoms, the Academy is. Gym Class Heroes is going to be fun. The Wonder Years.
They kind of fell off, but they have like 2 or 3 good bangers.
The Wonder Years is going to be one that my wife and I were. That's a must see seated. That's one of her favorite bands. The Wonder
I don't
Years.
know them. I don't know if I do.
I feel like you'd like them.
Yeah, maybe if I've probably heard something that they do, but I just don't know it's them.
Here's the whole reason we pulled this up.
Weird Al.
Friggin' Weird Al, man. Come on. Sparks. Also Sparks. They had a great documentary about them a few years ago done by Edgar Wright, man. Sparks is great. But yeah, Weird Al. I can't wait to see Weird Al twice in 1 year. Hanson. This will be the second time I've seen Hanson in my life. We'll get back to that in just a moment. We'll finish up that top to bottom rundown. But it is 10:20 here, Central Standard Time in Chicagoland. And we are rocking and rolling here in the break room. And yeah. Do. Let's get it. Let's check out this break page one more time. There. No, not that one. Gotta make sure I'm on my right page here. Cool. Of course, we have our illustrious diamond collection. We have here Terrell Davis on the well, you know what? What am I doing? Let's check out these videos because the videos are sublime. Sublime. The paint job on this, the custom job. I would love to get it closer, see if there's any artist signature going on there. But you got that shot of Jamar Chase himself and the beautiful work done around the autograph. It's absolutely gorgeous. And right on that Speedflex sweet spot. And then, Cheeks, know you're here. Look at this Chris Godwin. Just beautiful, beautiful. This is sparkly. It's blingy. Two-tone Speedflex here on the Chris Godwin. Wide receiver for the Bucks here. Absolutely gold. No, it's not gold. It's diamonds. And, of course, still available. We got Baker, also on that Pewter Power Speedflex. Terrell Davis on the Mile High Rave right there. Aaron Donald, everything else on these authentics. Aaron Donald, George Kittle, Jerome Bettis, AP on that gold slate. Gorgeous, gorgeous hits. Beautiful hits. All lush in value. Our internet's a little slow. And then, speaking of value, you know, it's our black and blue. It's our Ding Can series, but, you know, value's value. And a lot of the times, the imperfections are negligible here. So we still have Alvin Kamara, Rob Gronkowski, Josh Allen, Brett Favre here, Joe Namath, Devontae Smith, Steve Smith Sr., Barry Sanders, Myles Garrett, Joe Burrow still here, Mike Evans clapping cheeks on the Flash, and Eric Dickerson on that Rave, not to mention Marcus Allen, Tim Brown, Warren Sapp, Michael Penix Jr., and Michael Vick. Yeah, who are our unphotoed in the diamonds? Antonio Gates, LaShawn McCoy, and Tim Brown. Tim Brown filling up some of these unphotoed spots. We still have the vault. I think we might be doing some stuff with that soon, but we have this rave here. The rave rep with James Harrison. I was just listening to Al Michaels this morning on South Beach Sessions with Dan Lebitard. Talk about calling that James Harrison 100-yard touchdown interception return in the Super Bowl, and talk about like calling that play and everything, and how that was like one of his most recent like favorite games to call and plays to call. It's very cool. Very good interview as well. Two masters of communication. There's like so many little things you pick up on. Just it's like, oh yeah. This I could pay attention to this and learn like how to communicate better. And the jerseys are can't miss jerseys. We got T.O., Dick Butkus, T.J. Watt, Baker Mayfield, legends, future legends, Hall of Famers, Adrian Peterson, Mike Evans, Randy Moss, Marshall Falk still available here. Bijan Robinson, love to get that, man. Get in early on Bijan. Already making such an impact in the league. Bijan Robinson, man, love that we have Bijan in there. Haven't really seen him a lot in our time here. Though still early, still pretty rare. Jordan Love on that green, maybe like a retro Packers jersey perhaps there. Jamar Chase as well. Here's where that other Jamar Chase was. And Steve Young. Steve Young, get that monkey off his back. Steve Young in the jerseys, as well as Eric Dickerson, Champ Bailey, Anquan Bolden, and Warren Moon. And in our minis, oh, wait, not before we get to the minis, we also have our 1 in 4, which the only headliner we still have in that is Hulk Hogan on the Hulkamania t-shirt. Rip at your own leisure. What's happening, Mike Convey? I just went over the diamonds. I'll do it again. I don't give a dang. But real quick, we've got 6 spots left in the minis, and these minis are loaded. All of our headliners are still available. We have Warren Moon on that highlighter Seahawks there. Also on the Seahawks, the double-up opportunities are great because we also have Sean Alexander on the mini. Beautiful, beautiful Seahawks helmets here. We got Dak Prescott on that Pulse, Hines Ward on the mini, Ray Lewis on that Rave. You could double up there in the AFC North. Dickerson on the Rams, Joe Montana on that Camo Niners, MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew on the Lunar, Jerome Bettis on the slate, Robert Mathis on the Flash for the Colts. A lot of great stuff in the minis. Chad Johnson, Roger Craig, Kyron Williams, and Fred Taylor. You could double up on some Jags, too, man. That'd be fun. Diamonds. Diamonds, as you asked for, Michael Convey. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning to you. What's left in the diamonds? So much is left in the diamonds. This Jamar Chase custom speed flex, just gorgeous. Still left. Beautiful black visor match there. Love to see it. Love to see if there's some artist signatures. Hopefully we can check that out when we get closer, as well as this Chris Godwin speed flex. Got that custom blingy finish up at the top, two-tone to the black at the bottom, oversized logo, perhaps the Pulse. I think the Pulse is the big logos. Chris Godwin, again, Bucks love to have incredibly underrated wide receivers. I don't know if it's a factor of where they are and how they get covered and whatnot, but it's a darn shame. Get in on that value while you can. Terrell Davis on the Rave Speed Flex. Absolutely gorgeous with that mile-high Rave. Baker Mayfield, Pewter Power on that. Again, the double-up opportunities here are self-evident. Baker with the white ink on that Speed Flex, looking gorgeous. And that's Speed Flex-wise what we have. We also have the Aaron Donald, the George Kittle. And again, these are all, you know this, on full-size Authentics. Ain't no duds in the diamonds. Jerome Bettis, Adrian Peterson on that gold slate. And then Antonio Gates, LaShawn McCoy, and Tim Brown. Antonio Gates, Tanya. Not to call people out, but, you know, just trying to direct everybody where they want to be, where they need to be. So fill them up, y'all. Fill them up. And, yeah, there we go. We're just about to hit the 10:30 hour here on this Thursday morning in the Ultimate Autographs Break Room. Thank you so much for being with us across Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Just tap that little bell. It doesn't cost anything, and helps us out with being found, the discovery of it all. More people in here playing in the breaks. The quicker they fill up, the quicker we reveal all this wonderful memorabilia and merchandise, and the faster y'all can get to winning it. So thanks again so much for hanging out and spreading the word. Hop in your group chats. We know you have them, your little Facebook groups and whatnot. Let everyone know, man. Hey, Bucks fans, loaded with Bucks right now. Man, we are really loaded with Bucks right now. Like NFC East, or NFC South, I should say, pretty loaded. Yeah, and the NFC North has just been on fire for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks in general. So there we go. Ryan McCall in the double jersey. Who's with me? A call to arms there, Ryan McCall in that double jersey. Yeah, we have a double and a single jersey up. Something you don't see us do too often. It is a can't miss jersey, so they are just a little bit of a higher echelon of jerseys. You know, these are all, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, legends, or just absolute superstars of the game right now. So get in that jersey double. It's lush and ready to be extracted. Mike, I know you're working out some stuff right now, so you could just tell me to buzz off if you need to concentrate.
No, you're good.
You caught up on that 3-episode premiere of Andor.
I am not, actually.
Okay,
I haven't had time. I did catch up. I did see the end of Daredevil, like we were talking about last week. I have not jumped into Andor just yet, but I did watch the recap because it has been a while. I forgot.
It has.
So, yeah. What I am doing right now, though, I'll let the people know, is we have just paired the 1 and 4. So the old 1 and 4 only has the Hulk Hogan headliner in it. It only has...
That's it. That's the only headliner. 5 boxes.
5 boxes. So we have a double up right now. It's gonna be there's not gonna be a quad, but there's gonna be a double for 1 old and 1 new in each of those doubles. We'll do 5 of those doubles till we close out the old 1 and 4 series, and then this new series will be fresh and ready for the taking for you completely. That pairing is up. I believe we're going to be able to get a vault pairing as well. However, there is Moses Cohen is in the double box of the vault. Moses, would you like me to go ahead and turn your double box spot into 2 singles? Because then we are going to make this double box the pairing. So it would be at a different cost. So I can't just throw you in the pairing. It'd be worse for you because what you're paying for is the 2 current helmets, and then the double would be a...
AKA Not Troop. If you're watching today, if you're in here, let us know how you'd like us to run that down.
Now the vault only has who is that on there? Is that James Harrison?
Yeah, it's the James Harrison Rave Rep.
Yeah, so if you are hunting for the James Harrison, that's fine. There's also 2 other boxes that we don't know
judgment
in there. So we can put you in we could take your 1 spot in the double and make it 2 spots in the single.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pair the vault guys because we do have somebody bought into it. Unless we get to the noon show, and then I'll let everybody decide what we want to do from there. But Moses, let us know what you would prefer. Let me double check what the powers that be said as well. Let's see.
So while you're working on that, I'm just gonna run back to our.
Actually, Common was saying we could take down the vault single.
Okay.
And ask Moses in the double if he wants to be in the new pairing, or Moses, we can also just refund you that spot. We don't typically do that a whole lot, but in this circumstance, I mean, I know there's not a whole lot left in this vault other than what could be coming out of the Ann Moore section.
Yeah, and that again, Moses, if you are indeed watching it in here, so might not.
But it sounds like we can put you in the new pairing if you
Okay.
would like that. And actually, that's maybe better for you because you're getting an opportunity to just see some of those newer helmets. So I am going to take down the single for the vault. Single box for the vault.
Well, there you have it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this paired. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. Let's take a look at this here. This is the new 1 in 4. Looks great. Let's take a look at these lids real quick. What do we got here? Baker Mayfield on the Browns Bucks Rip Custom Speed Flex with that old school inverted Bucks creamsicle logo. And you got that color match orange visor on the Baker, the touchdown maker custom Rip Speed Flex. That's beautiful. What do we got next? This is the first time getting a look at this here. Okay. On the the Aaron Rodgers. I think Dom was just complaining about not having any Aaron Rodgers in the room yesterday. Well, here you are on the Green Bay Packers, New York Jets Rip Speed Flex. You got all sorts of stuff. Looks like you got little hydro patterns peeking through here. All sorts of stuff going on. With that kind of chromed mirror visor there. This is crazy. This is beautiful right here. This is awesome. With the Aaron Rodgers Speed Flex. And here we go. We got the Rob Gronkowski on the Speed Flex. This is like a jersey Speed Flex right here. There's his Tampa Bay jersey, his Patriots jersey. This is sweet. Got the color match ink signature on the sweet spot. The custom visor. Man, I'm just seeing all sorts of new things as I keep looking at this. The custom clips, New England on the right clip. 87, those Bucks colors on the left clip. Bees and dubs. Portrait of a shot of him on the Patriots on the right side, on the Pats on the left. Oh my goodness gracious, the Gronk. Look at these speed flexes, my friends. What else do we got here? Larry Legend on the jersey. Oh my God, two of the best big men of all time. Shaquille O'Neal and friggin' Mutombo, man.
Yeah.
Dominic Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo, excuse me. Jesus, it's so early. Jason Tatum on the finals ball. Look at that. There's just a full-on gold ball right there. And he's got the green ink. There you go, man. Finals. That's Jason Tatum right there. Cat, the Bodega Cat in New York, making his presence felt here in the playoffs, here in New York. You know, a lot of people thought he was going to wilt under the pressure of being in that big media market, but no. As Dikembe Mutombo would say, no. Who else we got here? Baseball. Derek Jeter. I don't know who Derek Jeter is, but Derek Jeter on the bat. David Ortiz on the bat. CC Sabathia on the bat, which is funny to see a pitcher on a bat, but Sabathia could swing the wood for back in his day for a pitcher. I know Ohtani's kind of, changing the... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a Brady here. A Brady on the throwback speed flex. What? Why was that not on the videos? Brady hunters, Brady chasers, get at them on the speed flex. That's beautiful right there. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October on the Yankees helmet. You got Scott Schwartz and Peter Billingsley. Here's what I'm going to ask you. Mike.
Yes.
Do you know what this red rifle is for? It's a little bit unseasonal.
What's the name on it?
It's Scott Schwartz, who I don't expect you to know, and Peter Billingsley, who you could know.
Yeah, I've heard the name Peter Billingsley. That's not the rifleman, though.
It's not. No, it's not the rifleman. It's from a holiday movie.
Oh, this isn't the Red Ryder BB gun,
It's
is
the
it?
Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh my goodness! I should have got
Billingsley.
that right away. Yeah, I
the-
forgot
yeah.
that's Peter Billingsley. Oh my
That's
goodness!
Peter Billingsley.
How
Yeah,
could I
so
forget
that's from
that?
A Christmas
Shame
Story
on
right
me.
There. That is very cool. It looks like there's also an inscription on there about "You'll shoot your eye out, kid."
You'll shoot your eye
That
out,
is-
kid.
Awesome. That is really cool. It also just reminds me of the bit from Mad Men. I don't know if you ever watched Mad Men, of Peter Campbell taking back his chip and dip from his wedding gifts and exchanging it for a BB gun,
Oh my
and his wife
gosh!
getting pissed at him.
Who? I was just talking to somebody recently. Who was I talking to that said that they dressed up as if like Ralphie got the Red Ryder BB gun, and like so they were Ralphie, but like missing an eye.
That's very funny.
Who was that? I'm gonna. This is gonna haunt me. I'm gonna figure out who I was talking to.
Dude, we got on a Masters T flag, Jack Nicklaus, man.
Yeah.
One of the best golfers of all time. It's like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, not Nicholas.
Right.
Holy crap. This 1-4 is banging. Burt Reynolds. Sadly, you're not going to be getting any more Burt Reynolds
Yeah.
autographs anymore on
Yeah.
the Smokey and the Bandit license plate.
Nice though.
You know, Boogie Nights' own Burt Reynolds. Friggin' Cop and a Half's own Burt Reynolds. And then, of course, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin on the vest. One more round. What? And you could double up, potentially, in that 1-4 with wrestling. You get that Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin. For many people, that's half the Mount Rushmore right there. So that 1-4, absolutely loaded, especially with the new pairing going on. Fantastic. Great. So y'all know what it is. Craig already has dibs on the Burt. Well, it's not a Funko, so I don't think he wants it, man.
Come and get it.
Let me go back to these. Yes, these. Boom. Cool. Lineup time. So let's check out this bottom half of the lineup. Hanson, which that'd just be a hoot to go see. Do you know who Hanson is?
I've heard of them. What do they do?
They were a one-hit wonder from the late 90s. They're
not the
responsible.
Hanson brothers, right?
They are
Doo-wop?
brothers.
Or Umbop.
There you go.
Oh God! Oh
Doo-wop,
no.
shoo-wop, doo-bop, doo-bop, boom. I saw them in 1997 at the Y100 Wing Ding at Young Circle in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay.
They were the headliners for this.
That's a mouthful.
For our radio station's big. It started out as like a wing sauce competition. It just turned into a concert.
Oh, okay.
And to give you a frame of reference for the time that this was, opening for Hanson was a little-known solo pop artist named Britney Spears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
I think
this
I've heard
would
of her.
Technically be the second time that I've seen Hanson live.
Okay. That's a wild thing to have on your resume.
I know. Hanson actually kind of plays Chicago frequently. Like they're actually at the House of
Oh,
Blues
are
kind
they?
of a lot.
Are they? They're not originally from here, right?
I don't know. I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so. They looked like a bunch of like California kids to me.
Oh, for sure. With the hair.
With the
and all that
yeah.
stuff. They all look like Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
But not football playing. Bouncing Souls. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bouncing Souls, but they're a great punk band.
No, I have not.
Who else you
I
got?
didn't know a whole lot of these secondary headliners, which is why I feel like to me this one
Buzzcocks.
didn't hit as hard as last year's
Our
lineup.
unphotoed headliners.
Our unphotoed headliners, yeah.
Buzzcocks are a great kind of like earlier third wave ska band. Stiff Little Fingers as well. They're mentioned in the movie High Fidelity.
Oh, okay.
Superchunk is pretty well known. Let's see who else. The Ataris. I'm surprised to see so far down on there because it's like I've heard of the Ataris.
Did I say the Cubs?
No,
Right
or
next
the
to
Cribs.
Oh, the Cribs. I was like, since when are they also a band? I thought they were just a baseball team.
That'd be
Although,
fun,
hey, you know what? With the way Chicago baseball goes, a career change could be in for called up upon. However, they did just have like a phenomenal series against the Dodgers. So who
And
am I to
then-
talk as a Sox fan?
Down here in this and more section, last listed here is Emo Phillips, who is a comedian that I don't know that many
Is he going to be
people know.
doing comedy up on stage at Riot Fest?
He does like musical, he's got musical,
musical
acts as
comedy,
well, but
okay.
I mean, it'd be interesting. Probably have to be on like one of the smaller stages, I imagine. Usually that Andrew WK stage, that he's usually on.
Well, they
whenever he is there.
had a sort of musical comedy show last year when they had Guar, which I'm not a fan of.
They've had
really.
Guar a few times before. Guar is definitely something to see. You got to see it at least once.
I had to sit through it just to have a spot up close for Rob Zombie, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, not my cup of tea.
It's
Sorry.
an experience for sure.
Yeah.
I've also really appreciated. I like whenever they do have like those sort of off base acts. I saw Tenacious D there. That was the first time I saw
okay.
Tenacious D. It was at Riot Fest several years back. Yeah. Well, we are at 11:45, 10:45 here is Central Standard Time in Chicagoland, Florida. It's April 24th, 2025. Let us know. We got folks here in the chat, so chat it up. Who we trying to see? Who we're trying to hit? We had a fun little draft earlier of Mike and I drafting who we want to see get pulled here in the room. That was a fun little time. Of course, we have our draft coming up tonight, the real draft, the NFL draft. But yeah, we're gonna be hanging around here. If no one wants to play, we'll be off at 11. But if you guys decide you want to keep us busy, then we shall stay busy. We shall stay on the air till the latest 11:45 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
So
What else is there?
let us know what you want to do.
We don't really
what
have to go
else?
through
What else?
the
What else?
Lollapalooza lineup. I don't
Ah,
really care
yeah,
too
I'm
much.
gonna
I
be
mean,
like- I know
there's some
three
good
things
names
here.
in there, but nah. I'm more of a Riot Fest person. I do want to go see AC/DC at the
Soldier, or
at
where are they
Soldier
playing?
Field on May 24th. It's a Saturday. So in for that. Linkin Park is coming. Most people are kind of out on Linkin Park because they don't like the new singer. I like her. I
Yeah,
think she's
I think she's good as
phenomenal.
well. Yeah.
There's a lot of hate on her. It's like, no, she's good. Like, yeah, it's not going to be the same Linkin Park, but
Right.
like honestly, it's a newer, evolved, cooler Linkin Park. To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
I like that
I
they're-
shouldn't say cooler, but
But
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like it's current. It's relevant right
Well,
now,
and,
I love their old stuff. I've been playing that like crazy.
It just it's not Linkin Park, but to as Jeff August says here, but to try and find somebody to make it sound like the old Linkin Park, you're just going to be drawing comparisons inevitably.
Get a
And,
new
well,
name.
I mean, then if that's the case, then you can
the
tell.
whole rest of the majority of the band is them, is
I
it
mean,
not?
you could also tell Styx to get a new name. Like,
Yeah,
just
right.
because they get a new,
All
you
of
could
these-
have told AC/DC.
Yeah,
to get
I
a
was
new
gonna. I
name.
was just about to say it. Literally, the band that I also mentioned.
So like,
Who
you
else
know,
was
the,
there?
the heart and soul of the band, like, is like it's for them to decide, you know. And it's
Yeah.
also it's a business decision, but it's also a personal decision.
Foo Fighters isn't Nirvana.
Well, again, but you know, you also
Yeah.
say it's like almost different style of rock that they were performing from Nirvana, you know.
Different circumstances that, well, kind of similar circumstances, unfortunately. However,
Right.
different circumstances, and they made a different choice. But I don't know if you go back and listen to
also
that.
different configurations there too, because Nirvana Grohl was on drums, whereas Foo Fighters, he's a frontman. You know?
Yeah, Jeff August, stop defending it. Go back and listen to this new album. I promise you, it is. Well, maybe everybody
Stop
has their
fighting
own
it.
opinions.
How about that?
Yeah.
Once you retire,
Just
get outta here.
love just love the new style. I mean, you can love the old and the new. Look at my favorite band. We talked about this last week because I had their jersey on. Fall Out Boy, two completely different styles. That's an example of like the band is still the same, yes, but like they broke apart for a little bit and got back together and started playing newer, more evolved music, and I love both just equally.
See, now JA's showing his retired status going, Fogerty wasn't Creedence, man.
Old man yells at cloud.
Come on, man. Quit messing with my Creedence. I have a very one-sided feud against John Fogerty due to my time working as an usher at a movie theater. And on the in-house music, as it were, it was just Fogerty's version of When I See the Rain. And this radio station had like 5 songs on rotation. And that was one of the few songs that almost drove me wild drove me crazy in the summer of 2006. So John Fogerty can go kick rocks, but that's just me. Do love me some CCR though.
Yeah. What
Cool,
else we
man.
got?
All right.
What
Yeah.
else we got? Yeah.
You know?
Back
I
to
mean, what are we gonna do? Start arguing over which Avril Lavigne we like the best?
I like the one that's out in
conspiracy,
hiding right now. Isn't that like the thing where it's like she's alive but she's in hiding? Or no, there was another theory that like she passed away and they replaced her with some
Was
other
it-
girl that looked like. It's like what is going on?
Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago that My Chemical Romance played Riot Fest.
I think
and
so.
everybody, there were like very serious conspiracy theories because Brandon Flowers was wearing like a babushka and sunglasses and was like very covered up.
Oh
and they're
my
like,
gosh.
that's not him. Where is he? That's
my
not Brandon Flowers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. People are just looking for any reason. People just looking for any old reason. I tell you what.
Well, there are no conspiracies here in the break room. What you see on the board here is what we are going to give you. That is accurate. Rip checked it this morning. You guys can buy into what we have going on. I know some people are. The jerseys are now moving. The can't miss jerseys a little bit higher price. Bands are defined
Largely
largely
defined by lead singers. Lead singer gone. Get a new name. This is a very interesting hot take from Jay this
I
morning.
would very much disagree.
Yeah,
Jay,
I don't-
I love you. I love you,
Yeah.
Jeff August, but I would very much so disagree with that because I just spoke with somebody who is in, I guess it would be considered like a metalcore band or whatever. Very inclined to music, likes all type of music. I know that's
Sorry, just the way
that's not the best credibility to start
No, but just
that
the
out
way
with.
you said that was very funny
but
to
like
me.
they will say like sometimes like the
Metalcore.
band members in the back like that are either playing the drums or on bass guitar or on a keyboard or whatever other instrument. Sometimes they don't have the voice to sing it, but the song itself is written by them and it is their message.
Oh, sure, yeah,
So a lot
absolutely.
of those messages from Linkin Park may have been not
From other
Chester
members of the
Bennington.
band
It
and
could have
stuff
been
like
from
that.
other members.
Sometimes it's Ringo speaking up, going, "I've got a song about an octopus."
It's like a team. It's like a team, man. If
Sure,
you're
from
Josh
Walmart.
Allen, you don't solely win a ring just because you're Josh Allen. Well, I guess
Also,
when
here,
you marry
no,
Haley
no, no. I'll go and
Steinfeld,
say
yeah.
this. I'll go and say this. When here you go, Jeff August. When Favre left the Packers, they didn't change the name of the Packers, my friend.
Exactly.
Band names, those things are probably trademark. There's a lot of people with financial interests in that. So the band, what is a band if not a franchise for a music label?
When
my
Aaron
friends?
Rodgers went off and played for the Jets, tore
They
his
didn't
Achilles,
change
but
the
then-
name of the Packers.
Nope.
There we go. I think I got. Oh, there's your logic right there, baby. Boom. Maybe not have been opening a lot of boxes today, but boy, when I can make a point, oh, I feel good.
When Jordan Love doesn't get the job done and he gets shipped out of town, they won't
Okay,
change-
Mike. Okay, Mike.
I give up. I give
Okay,
up.
Mike.
I give up.
They didn't have to change the name of the Bears every time Kyle Orton left.
We'd be
every
on name
time.
7 million. Oh my gosh. Well, we traded Mitch Trubisky. Let's change our name to the Justin Fields. I always say Josh because that was a former White Sox player, but
Music and sports are the same. Oh, we got a Justin Fields on a Jets helmet yesterday. So it was like the first of like one of these new signings that I saw on a new team.
Dang,
yeah, that's going to start coming
that
through.
just
That's going to
shows
be exciting.
how relevant and accurate our break room is, just like the new Linkin Park. So, okay. I'll give up. Go listen to the new music. I've been bumping it like crazy, but no, yeah.
We're just
that's
messing with
awesome.
you, J.A.
I
We know
can't
you ain't
wait.
got nothing else to do but chat now that you're retired, so, you know.
I can't wait. Was not Packers in New York. That's true. He was more.
The New York Packers.
He was more like Achilles in the ancient Roman and Greek mythology, literally. But Yeah, you're working and have nothing to boom.
Boom.
No, what else was I gonna say was I can't wait for this draft, this NFL draft, because even though technically the season has started once all the free agency hit, this is, I feel like, where the actual season to fans and to viewers of the NFL, like, it really starts here. And that also means more signings. Like you just said, we just got a Justin Fields on a Jets helmet. So you're going to probably see more of that now that free agency is fully underway. The draft, you get a bunch of the guys that probably got selected in the draft eventually here.
Oh, yeah.
In break rooms. Who knows who it could be? Maybe, I mean, we get Deion Sanders. Who's to say we maybe not get Shadur Sanders? A couple other, maybe, whoever the Bears sign, if they're doing a signing here in town. I mean, that's an easy one for our guys to pick.
It's definitely a great place to pay attention to, because those are going to be the next crop of names that we start getting in here.
And despite the season not starting until August is when you get preseason games going underway, you're going to still see a lot of movement here in the break room, a lot of new names. I don't know everything that our lovely managers Matt and Jeff have planned, but I know that they are always searching, always hunting, and they always bring the best stuff to this break room. Yeah.
So no worry about that as far as us getting those names that y'all are, getting the names that y'all are going to want. Sorry, there was a dust bunny on here. Not a dust bunny, it was just like a little clump of fibers, probably from like a jersey or something like that. And it just was going to bug me. That's all.
Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's get you some ratios here while we're sitting here, because I know.
Yeah, we did some double up.
Yeah, we talked about the double ups. We talked about the rundown. We did a draft of all these names.
Give me some good ratios, and I'll go to that one.
So we have a really nice ratio in the. Let's see here. Which one do I like more? Because it's the same. Let's do the black and blue right now, because the black and blue is well over 50% ratioed. 26 boxes out of the 30 that are still remaining, and 17 of them are headliners. That at 13 would be 50%. So this is going to be probably, I'm going to take a guess before I actually punch it into the calculator. I'm going to guess that is 67%. That would be an even 2/3, and I don't think the math works out that way. I'm going to go with 67. But
I'll go ahead and just translate that into a pretty dang good chance of hitting heaters.
17
is what I'll say.
26. 65. I was close. I was boosting it just a little bit. 65% chance at a headliner, and that is the same ratio for the can't miss jerseys. 17 headliners, 26 boxes. So both of those are heat. Absolute heat.
Let's see what we can do. NFC North, what do we have? We got Brett here.
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. That's not a bad double up right there. I'd take that any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Who do we got down here? Potentially a lot of Raiders. Potentially Buccaneer. Potentially a Falcon as well, or an Eagle. That's Ian Eagle's other son, or an Eagle. NFC South, there's some great stuff here. Mike Evans, Alvin Kamara, potentially that Warren Sapp, the Steve Smith Sr., all in the NFC South. Those are some great, fantastic double, triple up opportunities in there. NFC East, let's see. Michael, oh, no, he's gone. He's gone. Forget I said anything. NFC East a little light. Devontae Smith would be an Eagles hit. And potentially Mike Vick, depending on what we have him on. AFC North, you got the Burrow. You got, let's see, NFC North. Myles Garrett. So a Burrow-Garrett double up wouldn't be too shabby. NFC West, you got Joe Montana, Eric Dickerson, not too bad. It's nothing to laugh at right there. AFC North, what do we got here? Decontamination Smith is Fire Heisman. Sharon and Jonathan McCannon. There you go. Yeah, man. What else we got here in the AFC North? in the north. AFC South, what do we got? Let's see. The AFC East is really the one because you got the Josh Allen, you got the Gronk, you got the Namath. AFC East is really where you want to be in the AFC for this, for sure. So, where's our next ratios at?
Next ratio would be the Diamonds, 11 headliners and 21 boxes. So really only 10 boxes that don't have a headliner, but I mean, it's the Diamonds, so it's going to be an authentic or better, and you're going to love it anyways. But that is a little over 50%, so we love that ratio as well.
All right, we got,
and how about some of these series that we can probably close out?
well, real quick, I just want to go over what double up opportunities are in the Diamonds as well. Let's also not forget, we have LaShawn McCoy. He could be Eagles or Bills. Gates, which will be Chargers. Browns, likely. Tim Brown, likely Raiders. What else? Obviously, the double up in the NFC South is pretty sick between the Chris Godwin and the Baker Mayfield alone. It's fantastic. The NFC, what else we got? AFC West, you got the Terrell Davis still out there. NFC North, you can get a little Adrian Peterson and... Oh, wait, also... No. NFC West, or no, sorry. Boy, oh boy, I'm all to the wind here. AFC East, though, Bettis and Jamar Chase, that could be pretty sick. Let's not shake a stick at that. And then, yeah, AFC West, Tim Brown and the Aaron Donald could be a great double up. The LaShawn McCoy could be a double up either with... No one there. No one. All right. Yeah, there we go. What else you got for me, Mike?
So we also have a couple of series that we can easily close out real quick and get a new one in here for you. I'm going to start off with the one that is probably closest to 50%, although with the low numbers, they're just below 50%. But the practice squad has 3 headliners. Those 3 headliners... Actually, wait, no. I see 2 written on the board.
There are 2 headliners.
Okay, two headliners, 7 boxes. So just below, I think that's actually even below a third, but still decent. I mean, because we know that the practice squad usually has some hidden gems within it. The practice squad is a really unique break to jump into because you have the high-end stuff like you would have in a Diamond or a Vault series, but you also have a little bit of that, like, dip your toe in the water, get the real feel for our break room with, like, stuff that you would find in the mini helmets, legitimate mini helmets, or even some jerseys. So the practice squad has a little bit of to love about everything.
It's our mixer series.
And then, let's see, we talked about that Vault. If you guys want to close it out, or if Moses, if you want, we can move you into the pairing. I did shut down the single for it. I did shut down the single Vault. So can't buy into the old single, although we're about to pair the new one. I know right now there's 3 Vault boxes sitting and there's only a double. So if we were to do one double here, that headliner, which is the James Harrison, would probably come out. If it doesn't, what it'll do is it'll for sure be a paired double in the new series. So we'll open up another 30 boxes. They're actually in the room here. And the first of the 30 boxes that we pull, we'd also pull the final one in this current Vault. Let's see here. Then we can open up the singles and the quads as normal, blah, 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 blah. What else do we have here? The Can't Miss. Is that that's just the regular Can't Miss. We did the Can't Miss jerseys. The Can't Miss series has been paired. So the ratios you're going to see on the board right now are 1 in 5, but that's not entirely true because in the double, you're going to have the opportunity at all the brand new headliners. And I know Rip went over that in just a little while ago when we were talking about the CC Sabathia on the bat, and there it is. A lot of the movie stuff in there too, or the Stone Cold Steve Austin. So
everything else as it were.
I mean, yeah, it's such an incredibly diverse break that you should jump into. Get your spot.
Man.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we keep burying the lead and saying with not mentioning that there's a Tom Brady flex in there.
I've heard of that guy. He seems all right.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to focus on. Brady Rogers, Gronk, not to mention the sweet Baker Speed Flex in here. That's some real great stuff.
Think about it. You could double up on the Gronk and the Brady. I mean, what a duo to double up on. I mean, that is insane.
But all things considered, looking at the wide view here, we are pretty far away from closing anything. So unless anybody wants to be a hero, unless anybody loves theatrics, we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and do our chase wheel spin, Mike.
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
it is past 11 o'clock here, and everyone just kind of seems to be enjoying us shooting the breeze, which, you know,
It is ready to go.
my
so.
ego likes that.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. But you know, it's not our express purpose of being here now, is it? Oh, that's where I need to be anyway. Was the randomizer? Fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. What was it? 8 times? 8 times.
8 times.
And figure out who's gonna have that wheel. 7, 8. Derek Hedrick. Derek Hedrick. If you're in here, let us know where you would like us to start on the wheel. 1 through 100. Let us know where you'd like to start. Otherwise, I'll start at number 1. I will start at number 1 if I don't hear from you soon. So let us know, Derek Hedrick, where you would like us to start on your wheel spin.
Yes, sir. Let's get you some cold hard cash. You bought into the minis, so
Cold
that
Hard Ultimate Autographs digital currency.
right, yeah. You bought into the minis. That was a $50 spot. Let's hope we can get you. I mean, it's a wheel 1 through 100, so we said one is fine.
For me.
Let's see.
Alrighty. Thank you, Derek. Positive Ghost Rider. The pattern is 10. 10.
Oh, hey, 10's better than 0, though,
10 is
right?
better than 0.
All right, that is being sent your way right now. Congratulations. Still nice to win something.
It is nice to win something.
Rip, we don't have much to do. I love that we did the draft. I think that's a really nice way to kind of show off the board and some of the incredible names that are on there. I love that we went through the lineups that we needed to.
I agree. The way I'm trying to put it in my head is our customers. Who won, Eric? It was Derek. Derek Hedrick won the chase wheel spin.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to think that our customers gave us a blank canvas today.
Yeah.
By not having us open up boxes, but forcing us to use our mouths and our brains, which
Yeah.
I like to think we did a decent job, while also still, you know, focusing and highlighting all the great stuff that we do have in the room right now. You know, there's no flex series, there's no half and half or anything, but the stuff that we do have, not just flex wise, but just in general, is really high quality stuff. Stuff that if you don't want in your own personal collection, someone's gonna. So
Trade
go
value.
ahead and cop yourself that negotiating piece. Yeah.
Other than that,
I'll leave you.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'll leave you with the break page one last time. Go ahead and get some pre-fills going for our noon show. I know they'll appreciate that. We'll have that vault pairing dropping after we go off the air, so keep an eye out for that. And of course, keep it locked here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell, do whatever you gotta do. Get those notifications for whenever we do go live. Also, subscribe and follow us on any socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, what have you. Thank you so much to all of our team here at Ultimate Autographs. Thank you to y'all for still chiming in the chat and rapping it and cutting it up with us. And thank you to my co-host and producer, Mike, for being a fantastic source of conversation today and holding it down on the ones and twos. Any final thoughts for today going into the draft or anything else you want to talk about?
No, go Bears. Let's actually draft well, which, I mean, they did last year, I feel like, too. But, you know, let's keep that going and let's have a better season this year.
Thank you so much, Mike. For Mike, I am Rip Camelucci. I almost said my real government
name.
Oh, my goodness. I'm Rip Camelucci. This has been UA in the AM. Keep it locked here all day. 12, 3, 6, and beyond. Who knows? Thank you so much. See ya later. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Flipping it up, as we normally do on a Friday.